everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all fine and staying safe. My name is Hadeen, and on this channel I create content about student life in Canada and just about my life in general. So this video is all about how I paid my tuition fee. As some of you might already know that I recently graduated from University of Waterloo with honors economics. I completed my bachelor's degree from there and I came to Canada in 2016. So I'm gonna tell you each and everything that helped me pay my own tuition fee. It's all about how I graduated without any debt. Like, I don't have any loan outstanding that I have to pay. Thankfully, I paid most of my tuition fee on my own, and I'm gonna share everything that helped me, and that might help you as well. So make sure you watch this entire video, and if you have to take any notes, you can take down that as well. Before I begin our today's video, let me tell you that I am not from a rich background. I'm also from a middle class family, and there's like a huge misconception that students who come do their bachelor's degree as an international student, they are usually rich. That's not the case. That is not at all true. Like, students from middle class family like me can also do their bachelor's degree. I'm gonna tell you what are some ways that you can pay your own tuition fee, and that I used to pay my tuition fee. So let's get into the video. First and foremost, one is co-op program. So I was enrolled in a co-op program. What that means is it's designed in a way where you study and work like simultaneously. So say if there are 8 semesters in total, you will be studying for 8 semesters, and for 5 to 6 semesters you will be completing internship. So all these internships are mostly paid. Like, I would say 90% of these internships are paid. So you will be earning much more than minimum wage. Depending on the company that you get hired in, you can make from anywhere from $15 to $30, depending on what kind of job you get in. So you work full-time for that particular semester. So that's the main way that I paid my tuition fee. Like, that really helped me a lot, because I completed 5 co-ops. So those 5 co-ops were all paid. I worked full-time for like 5 semesters. I worked in a bank, I worked in a tech company. So there were like different companies that I completed my co-op in, and all of them were paying me somewhere from $20 to like $35. So I was earning somewhere between that, depending on which company it was in. Because I was working full-time, I could pretty much save like more than half of my tuition fee. So that was the first thing. I usually get this question so many times: how much do you earn when you are on co-op? So there's no fixed number. It really depends on the company that you get hired in, the profession that you are in. So you will definitely be making more than the minimum wage. So minimum wage in Ontario is, I think, 14.35. So you make more than that, and you work full-time. Full-time means you work 35 to 40 hours per week. So, which is why I highly recommend that if you are somebody who is planning to do their bachelor's degree, make sure you choose a co-op program. Second thing that really helped me was financial aid, or I would say bursary. So what that is, and every college or university has their own like criteria for that. For me, like in case of University of Waterloo, it was that if you are considered like if you are a student who belongs to a middle class family back in India, or you're from below middle class family in India, you just have to show your parents' documents. So it's kind of financial aid that is provided by the university to a student who is unable to pay their tuition fee. So it's kind of a help that universities or colleges do to students, right? So what it was, I just had to write what was the condition, why I need that help. In my case, it was that my brother also came to Canada. So it was hard for my parents to pay both my brothers and my own like international tuition fee. So that was reason for me. If you have a similar reason, or if anything financial crisis happened in your family, something like that, universities do help students in these kind of situations. Please do your own research, like to the university or college that you're applying in, because every university or college har kisi da different criteria hunda. Not all the universities or colleges help students. Some colleges and universities do. So please make sure before you choose the college that you're interested in. So in my case, I had to show my parents financial documents, like pure tax returns lage si mere parents de. I had to show the bank balance that I had in my bank account and my parents bank account, like lot of different, मतलब बहुत सारे documents लगे सी. But I was able to get like $6,000 per year. So that $6,000 I think is really helpful to pay like your expenses, जितना कि food वगैरह हो गया, living cost हो गया. So that $6,000 were pretty helpful per year. So that's that. And I'm pretty sure I'll get asked this question, that how to apply for bursaries. So please go to the university or college that you are getting enrolled in. Please check their website. Every college university has a different criteria, so make sure you check their website. And it will have all the details on how to apply, where to apply, and everything. So that's that. Third, I would say, is scholarships. But to be very honest, scholarships were not that helpful for me, because I am not a person who is in sports, or I'm not a person jada ki I'm not at all into sports. And there were many scholarships that were for students who are in sports. So that didn't apply to me, and I wouldn't say that rely on scholarships, because I got an entrance scholarship, which was only one time scholarship when I got admission in university, like in my first semester. I got that entrance scholarship, but after that I didn't rely on scholarship at all, because they were mostly based on either you have 90 plus average, which is like little hard to maintain, or if you're a person who is in sports, which was not the case for me. So I would not say, but some colleges and universities do have like very flexible criteria, so you can check that out. Scholarships could be another thing that is helpful. And question that I usually get asked is there any college or university that gives you 100% scholarship? To be very honest, I don't have the answer, and I don't think so, but I have heard some students getting 100% scholarship from University of Toronto, but I'm not too sure. So yeah, I don't have the answer for that. Fourth thing that helped me is obviously part-time jobs. So when you're a student, when you have a study permit, you are eligible to work 20 hours per week off campus, but there is no limit on campus. Like when you work in the university or in the college, when you're working on campus, there is no limitation on hours. So what I did, I actually did work on campus and off campus, and both. So when I was working on campus, because there was no limitation on hours, I was pretty much working more than 20 hours, and I was earning more than minimum wage when I was working on campus. Like I was a front desk person, like I was kind of a receptionist for students who were living in the residence. So I was making almost $15-16 per hour, and working more than 20 hours was really really helpful. So I would really recommend that if you could find a job on campus, do that. Like do that, because it is really flexible. It will save a lot of your time, because anyways you are going to college, so you can also work there and study there, so it will be really really convenient for you. And I usually get asked this question, how to apply for on campus jobs. Well, in my case, University of Waterloo has their own portal, okay, where you can apply for on campus jobs. But every college and university has their own portal, so you would have to find that out. Maybe talk to your student advisor, they could help you. Secondly, you can also go directly, say if there's a Tim Hortons, or if there's any coffee shop, any coffee shop, you can just go there and give your resume to the manager. That's another helpful way. That's how I found my first part-time job on campus. That's another way. Apart from that, I had my first summer off. So summer off means I had my 4 months off. So what I did during those 4 months, you are eligible to work like full time, whether you work at Tim Hortons, you can literally work anywhere, for like anywhere full time in those, when you have an official break. So I had my official break in my first year, and my co-ops started in second year. So I worked full time in that first summer break. So that was also really helpful to pay my tuition fee. And I also would recommend that don't take any unofficial off. Like अगर थानू off नहीं हैगा, legally don't take a break. like from your studies. If you have an official break jitna ki summer break hai gya, then you can definitely work full time, and that's what I did. Lastly, I would say is I did cut down on my expenses a lot when I was a student, and how I did it was like even in my first year, I didn't stay on campus. I didn't stay on campus because living on campus, like in university's residence, is really expensive. So I stayed off campus even during my first year, and in my first 2 years, I would say I stayed a little bit far from the university, so I had to like it was a long commute, but I did save a lot of money because houses that were a little bit far from university were cheaper than if you stayed right close to the university. And thirdly, I didn't really buy that much when I was in like first 2 years. Like in my first year, in my second year, I didn't buy that many clothes because I already had clothes that I got from India. And whenever I bought any new clothes, I would always buy it from the sale. So that's that. And I didn't eat out that much. I saved money by like cooking at home. So these were a few things that I personally did, and I would really recommend कि it is totally worth it कि अगर तुसी 2 years या 3 years अपनी money इन्नी save कर लो, so it will be really beneficial for you in the long term, and it will definitely be worth it. I would say that please do your own research before you choose your college, before you choose your university. And if you can choose a co-op program, it's great because that way you'll also get a Canadian work experience along with your studies. You'll be able to save money. You'll also know what which sector you like the most. So yeah, that was pretty much it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. If you did, please give a thumbs up and let me know in the comment section what other videos you wanna see next. I'm definitely gonna make a new video on what is co-op program, everything that you need to know about co-op program. So stay tuned for that, and I will be back with more such videos. Bye.